been telling you the same thing the whole damn time.
I was trying to think of how to do it. I was trying to think of how you just did it.
We in Nashville currently, going to the studio. We have a session. It's gonna be 2 writers and then 2 producers. So it's gonna be myself, it's gonna be an artist named Ashley, there's another songwriter named Corey, my boy Steven, where he's gonna be tracking, recording and everything. I'm gonna film from the moment that she starts all the way until we're done. I have about 5 tips that I wanna give you guys when it comes to recording, what things to be paying attention to, things to be mindful of. Let's head on to the studio session.
Feels like I'm chasing love that may be too far. Is this even worth it? What's the purpose? Can't chase potential.
Woo! You want to do it on the second line?
Yeah. Worth it. What's the purpose? Worth it. The purpose. Worth it.
Nice, girl.
What's the purpose? Can you cut that last set of words, can't chase potential, on both of those? Oh, feels like you're playing with my heart, boy. Like I'm going crazy, I'ma lose my mind, boy. And I feel like we can kind of fly that. Is this even worth it? Over, because it's the same exact thing. Like I'm going crazy, I'ma lose my mind, boy.
You want to do that again or you want to do the next one?
Stack it like we did that first time.
Gotcha.
Feels like you're playing with my heart, boy. Like I'm going crazy, I'ma lose my mind, boy.
I can like add like a tinge of delay.
Oh yeah, whatever you do with that, please do all of it. I love all of that. You got it?
Yes.
That thing has been torturing us. I'ma lose my mind. I like it. Is this even worth it? What's the purpose?
Alright, say less.
Boy, is this even worth it?
Everything before the time, I think.
Feels like I'm chasing time. Yeah. Feels like I'm chasing time.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You did some harmony in the verse though. It was you was slick with it. It was like not in the verse.
Oh, just now?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, you did
When
say
it's playing
it
it
first.
out, I was like, ooh.
Don't wanna waste mine on an empty love.
Love.
I think she should go the opposite direction.
She can stack it.
Love.
Give it to her up here.
Then instead of going down.
Something like that.
Okay. So kind of separated instead of trying to sing into it.
Yeah.
Empty love. My mind forgot exactly what you just said.
Here it is back.
Empty love.
I like that.
What you think?
I like that.
You want to stack it?
Yeah, play. I don't know what I did.
It sounded good.
Empty love.
Stack one.
Okay, can you delete both of those and I'm gonna try something totally different? Or I just want to do the chasing time. Chasing time, chasing time, chasing time. Can you isolate the those chasing times, oohs? Feels like I'm chasing time. Yeah.
You can keep the chasing. She stacked that love like right at the end.
It's mine on an empty love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you can simplify the stack, honestly. Yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Love. Maybe somewhere right there. Love. 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 Empty love. I feel like it's clashing with that lead vocal.
Think so?
So it's like
Yeah.
There's some of the music.
Empty love. Empty love.
there you go.
What about, what is this? I'm an empty love. So what if we roll up?
Love. Yeah.
Now, I
I
ain't
can hear
gonna
it.
say I've been telling you the same thing the whole damn time. I think she should go the opposite direction.
She can stack it.
I ain't gonna say it.
I ain't gonna tell you the first thing I said.
I was trying to think of how to do it. I was trying to think of how to
You just did it.
Alright, here's the first one. Hold on.
Love, 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 love. Feels like I'm chasing time. Don't wanna waste mine on an empty love.
I love your feel for it.
Hey, David, I think they're gonna throw down another verse. They're looking to write another verse in your room.
In my room? Alright, man.
I'm like, Pop, what room you in?
7, I think.
7?
I think.
Right next to it.
Such a versatile, repertoire of songs and credits that you have. Like, I think it would be very enlightening for everyone in this room to understand your journey and to maybe highlight some of the big songs that you've been a part of.
Okay. My name is Jared Gibson, for y'all who don't know me. It's first off, thank you for having me in Nashville. This is crazy. Coming from Long Beach, California, I never thought I would make it out of Long Beach, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Statistically, we ain't supposed to be here, and I just applaud all of y'all as black men and women out here doing y'all things to the highest capability possible. You guys being here alone, if we can give a round of applause to y'all. I think where it all starts is from my mother. She actually, her name is Kittra Williams. She's a professional gospel artist. She was played in Woman Thou Art Loose, Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Come Out of the Rain, No Place to Lay My Head, amongst other different plays that you guys will probably know. Born Freaks, The Color Purple, featuring Fantasia, and she had a Motown background. She was signed with Holland Ocean Holland, which you guys most likely know. And she decided randomly that she wanted to go from the secular, what they call it, music industry to the gospel industry, and she started touring with Bobby Jones with the Bobby Jones Gospel Explosion, and then the Clark Sisters and so on and so forth. So seeing her rock shock the stage really put a fire underneath my gut, if I can say that. And it really just made me really kind of understand the industry in a different light. I learned what not to do because, that's why I applaud you queens as well. We gotta protect our queens, fellas out here. We can't be preying on them and stuff like that because they go through a lot. And now here in 2025, men are getting preyed on now too, we found out recently. But anyway, but yeah, man, it started from my mother. And then I randomly started working with Barry Hinkerson and Black Ground Interscope. That was really fun with JoJo and that whole camp. Jay Lewis, Jordy Towers, and it just started really kind of just like bubbling for like vocal arrangement for a minute. And then I was in ATL and I met this dude named, this is a group actually called A-Rex. And they are a production team that did One Last Lonely Girl by Justin Bieber. And they were managed by this guy named Alex Todd in ATL. And I was out there just kind of like trying to figure it out. As a single father, I had my child, and it was just like, what am I gonna be doing? What am I doing out here? And in ATL, it's so cliquish. You don't know who is who and how to get in, and it's kind of unique. So just trying to figure it out. I ran into A-Rex, like I said, and was just cutting a bunch of records with them. A-Rex consisted of a Korean guy and this other black guy named Shin and a black guy named Sean. And Sean, actually, me and him connected, obviously, because it's like we were black. So we were like, all right, cool. Let's just kind of like build this thing together. and he had a Korean guy named Shin who played keys like he was from the church. And that's how me and him connected, because he didn't even know English at all. Like, he didn't understand English at all. So it was like, I can't talk to you, but I can work with you, and I can also talk to you through this music. That was a universal language for us. So we cut a bunch of songs, and one of these songs that we cut was called Eternally Lost. And that song ended up, I ended up moving to California randomly, back to California where I'm from randomly, and like I said, working with Barry Hankerson and them, and then I get a phone call one day, and it's like, I was actually homeless at the time. It was the craziest part. And I get a phone call one day when I'm at like my lowest point, and it's like, hey, Jada. And I'm like, hello? Like, Jada. And I'm like, yeah? Like, this is Shin. I'm like, you know English? He's like, yo, I took some classes. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, how are you doing? He's like, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm just baffled. I'm like, okay, so what's going on? I'm moving to LA, brother. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. We should do session. I said, all right, shoot, I'm down. He's like, congratulations. This is what I want to do. I want to put a pin in this. It's a little long story, but it's going to wrap up. It's going to be real good. So you guys definitely encourage tapping it in to multiple genres of music and being just endless with your creativity.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
My brother, Jara, so happy having you in Nashville. The first day already has been amazing. We're excited for the next 2 days, but y'all make some noise for Mr. Jara Gibson.
I'm proud to see so many familiar faces and some faces that I don't know, but it's just good to be here. You know, it's just good to look out and see what is our community here. It just feels good. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Johnny, for putting this together.
Shout out to Johnny. All right. The first topic, all right. Well, with the emergence of mainstream pop, R&B, and hip hop artists that are getting into country music, and what this means for non-country music writers and producers like, Shabuzi, Beyonce, Post Malone, Justin Timberlake. So what is your take in other genre artists making their way into country music? We can start with the Queen.
I feel it's unfair because Beyonce caught a lot of slack for doing country music, but I didn't see Post Malone catch no slack. And when he first started, he was rock star, White Iverson, all of that. And we, as the hip hop community, accepted him with no problem, no problem at all. But country music, he's still wearing gold teeth and everything on Broadway doing his country music. But Beyonce
she was
ridiculed and tore down by the country community and not accepted, for her contribution to the art. So I just hate that there's still this double standard, when it comes to that. Like, just let the creatives be free, create, and if it's okay, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it's okay for Post to do it. Beyonce shouldn't be catching no slack.
Especially
what she
Beyonce.
doing. You know what I mean?
Especially
her. So that's my take on it. So, yeah.
I feel like it's an interesting thing, because somebody like Beyonce would tell you she's always had that energy. She's from Houston, so country is something that has always, she's felt, been natural to her. But we're just at a point where when she could feel like she could come out and be more of who she is. Truth is, she got a rock record in the can too. I've been hearing about this country record for years, and I've been hearing about this rock record. So they say she's gonna drop this rock record too before the end of the year. She just had them both in the can, and she's just ready to get them off. And so, a lot of stink was made around the Grammys. Truth is, you really got to understand how those categories work. The truth is, to qualify in an album category with the Grammys, and only 51% of that record had to be country. The rest of it could have been polka. It didn't matter. And 51% was arguably country, and it was, then she qualified. So it was what it was. But how I feel about it, I feel like artists should make the music they want to make, and that's the beauty of now. Is that at one point it felt like if you were a gospel artist, then you couldn't make an R&B record. I just feel like those days are over. If you're an artist, you're an artist. If you're a visual artist, and if you paint landscape, you want to paint trees, and then the next day you want to paint portraits of people, you want to paint oranges. Nobody's expecting you to just paint one kind of thing, right? So I think the same is true for musical artists. I think that as an artist, you should have the flexibility and the ability in general to create the art that you want to make. If you want to make a country record now, and that's authentic to you, cool. And then if you want to make an R&B record, then cool. I just think that it should all be available to you.
I think they just got mad that it hit the way it hit, and it was received a lot better than what they would have wanted it to happen, and they got salty about it.
She was popular beyond anything that was already happening in country. This is what it was. And truth be told, this isn't the first time. A lot of people don't realize Ray Charles was the first person to have a platinum album in country. He was already a pop star when he made his country record. So Ray Charles was actually the first platinum album in country. So this isn't the first time.
Yeah, I think just truly an opportunity. When you mentioned just creatives being creative, I think we're seeing more than ever. I think with Beyonce, even with how her country record was made, one thing I've seen even from Warner Chappell, we will send a lot of our writers out to Las Vegas to do a writing camp. And we're already seeing, I think maybe some snuff that was made about it was, oh, she's not in Nashville in a writing room. Right. But I'm now seeing there's way more opportunity for our creatives, people that just write for a living, to get a shot. So from the Vegas camp, we'll put a bunch of writers in rooms across hotels. They'll write a bunch of songs, and some of those songs Beyonce wanted to record. So I'm seeing her open her arms even more so than just her core group of people she creates with. And she says, if the song is good, the music is something that moves me, I'm going to give it a shot. So that's an opportunity. We have more artists than ever, whether you mentioned Post Malone. Neo was in our office a couple weeks ago. And whether it's country or he's writing for himself, he's being creative. I've plugged in my writers that when I signed them, I didn't know they wanted to ever do anything different in country music, but I think more than you'd ever imagine are capable and have that want. And just to be able to put some of my writers in the room with Neo and to get great material, that this could be an incredible regular Neo record. If you want to do a country thing, I'm convinced by it. I think now it's really just creatives getting together. And I think more of these artists that are seen as outside of country, they're recognizing that people like yourselves that just write songs for a living, that don't have, like you said, a placement that's a big time placement, they're capable of writing and competing with the top people that have been doing it for years.
Now, here's the difference too, is that we're just now getting to a place where there's an awareness in our community of people making this music. Black people are just figuring out that it's black people making country music. And let's be clear, genre has always meant who and not what. Country originally meant white. Let's keep it real. Country was originally hillbilly, and it was meant to speak to southern white music. That's what that was. Blues was meant to be its mirror image when you referenced southern black music. And so it's always been a way to call a thing without saying it. It's always been who and not what. And so that's why it's been weird until now. But where the opportunity is and what we're feeling is, and what Beyonce created was an awakening and a gathering, if you will. It created this awareness that, oh wow, okay, so there's Beyonce, wow, there's a Kentucky Gentleman. So it created that, and so now there's an awareness, and then there's an audience, and that's really where the opportunity is. A lot of the problem for us in the space has been, we haven't been making music for the community. It's been, honestly, black people making country music to be accepted by mainstream country. And then when they don't like you, if they don't like you, they're not gonna like the music you make. And that's what it's been. It's been, you get rejected by country radio, country mainstream, then you come back to the community. Well, you didn't make it for us to start with. Because we told you to turn drums up off rip. We told you. So it's not working for them, but then you come back, it doesn't work for us. Well, it wasn't made for us. If you started with us, it would have worked with us, and then it would have translated beyond us.
These people came from humble beginnings. They weren't immediately put in the room with the biggest names to become a star. And I think that should motivate and inspire all of y'all. I mean, I think the possibilities are endless nowadays, and that makes me, as an A&R, super excited these days.
All right. Well, That is our time. We're wrapping things up here. I've enjoyed you all. And give a hand clap for all of our panelists today.
I appreciate everybody being here, coming out to the camp. I want to applaud this wonderful panel for coming in and pouring in, giving your insights. We have a whole generation of writers and producers that are here trying to do their thing at different levels, but you gave your insight, you know, giving them a way to get, you know, their path to wherever they're trying to go, so we appreciate all of that. Y'all connect, y'all build relationships, do what y'all do. Like I said, this is a dream come true for any, especially black creators on Music Row. This is crazy.
Yeah,
so I appreciate all of y'all. Jalen, we're gonna crank the music back up, we're gonna have some food, and we're gonna have a good time, continue connecting, we're gonna do it.
Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know your opinion inside your studio session. Say if you've been to a session before, give me your opinion. Like, what is the main things that you focused on? What are the things that help you get into these certain rooms? If you've ever been at a writer's camp or even in a studio session, leave a comment down below.